Hi, hope you're having an amazing day. As you saw from the title of this video, we're going to be playing with some TJMAXX and Marshall's makeup, specifically a bunch of things from the Barbie and PUR collection that I found at my local TJMAXX and Marshall's. Setting spray, we have an eyeshadow palette, we have a face palette, we have their highlighting palette. We have a lot of things to play with today. We have a city color foundation, a new lipstick from BeBella. So if you want to see how these products perform and my thoughts on them, just keep on watching. But before that, don't forget, if you like drugstore makeup, go ahead and stick around, subscribe, maybe hit the bell so you're notified whenever I upload. And if you could like the video if you like it, and the video is going to start right now. As you can see, brows are done. I went ahead and filled them in. I also primed the eyes. First of all, we're going to go ahead and use the eyeshadow palette from the PUR and Barbie collection. But before that, let me show you guys the PUR and Barbie round 1 palette that I own. This one's so pretty. I love the packaging. I have to say this is my favorite packaging out of the two. It's a really beautiful style, but also the shades on the inside are really nice, and also it smells so good. So it's just a close-up look at this palette. How stunning is this packaging? The only thing that's extremely reflective, but as you can see, these shades on the inside are stunning. You get a purple, you get a blue, you get a variety of everyday shades, you get colorful shades. It's such a beautiful palette, and honestly, this smells so good. Definitely one of my favorites. Now, the formula isn't the most amazing, but everything else about it I love. And you guys know I've been raving about this palette for a long time, not because of the formula. I love the packaging, I love the smell. It smells really good. It's not too overwhelming. I love the color story. The formula needs a little work in this palette specifically, but everything else I love. All right, getting back to this palette, this is the round 2 Barbie palette, and if I didn't mention this already, I did purchase this at TJMAXX for $12.99. Oh, so there's a look at this palette. Really nice packaging, but again, I much prefer the last palette's packaging. It just looked more nice, but this one's really simple and pink, and this one's also nice in its own way. And that's a look at the packaging. On the back you get the names. Also contains that reflective packaging, but as you can see, we get a interesting kind of shadow placement. I think this is really interesting. I really like the color story in this one as well. You get everyday tones. You get a couple of pops of color in here as well. This palette specifically doesn't have the scent that the first round has. So if you were sensitive to smells, you're probably gonna enjoy this palette because there's no type of scent coming off of these shadows. Now, if you don't like when shadows are rearranged in strange ways, I don't think you're gonna enjoy this palette either, because they chose an interesting kind of placement for the shadows, I have to say. But that doesn't really bug me. I'm really excited to create a look with this palette, so let's get started and start using it. Right off the bat, they are rather pigmented. I went ahead and dipped into this small kind of shadow here, but as you can see, it picked up quite well. So what I'm doing with this shade is just setting the primer. Not that I need to, but I kind of want to get a feel for this palette. Next, I'm going to go ahead and take this triangle shade here. It's like a mustard kind of shade. I'm really excited about this one, and look, it's like really pigmented. So I'm just gonna take that, kind of swish it on the eye. All right, now I'm just gonna start building up the brown shade. So I'm gonna take this shade. We're gonna go ahead and take the darker one to kind of smoke out the outer eye. Oh, they're a little powdery, but they are pigmented, which I'm really liking. I'm just building up that brown shade on the outer corner. I have to say, these shades are different from the last palette in a good way. They're really pigmented and they're really blendable as well. Taking that deep brown shade, I'm just gonna deepen up this outer corner a bit. I went ahead and cut the crease. Now I'm gonna take this shade here. It's really pretty. It's kind of like a silver shade. I'm gonna throw it on the outer corner here. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take the pink shimmer, which is up here. I'm gonna take it with my finger. Oh, look, it looks like a duochrome, which is really interesting. It's like a kind of reflective orange turning to red, which is really nice. And I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out here. Next, we're gonna go ahead and throw on some primer. I have 2 primers here. Both of them are in my Shop My Stash. This one here is the Wet n Wild and SpongeBob. This is their hydrating and brightening face mist. Throw some of this on. Next, taking my Beauty Creations Poreless Face Primer. I'm taking a new foundation from City Color. This is their Be Matte foundation in the shade 201. I want to see what kind of coverage it has, so we are going to use a brush. Ooh, it's a little light. All right, so that is one side with the foundation. I did throw a little bit of this on this side, but I didn't blend it out. But as you can see, it's a really nice foundation. It blended in really nice, and it does match my neck rather well. It's a close-up look at the foundation. I think it looks rather nice on the skin. It did feel like it oxidized just a little bit because at first it does go on really pale. It kind of just ended up blending in, but it does have quite a bit of coverage. I'd say this is a nice light to medium coverage. I could still see my freckles and all of that. It feels really nice on the skin. It doesn't feel heavy at all. So this is definitely an interesting foundation so far. We're going to see how everything else looks as it goes on over top. We have another video coming up with City Color. I purchased one of their eyeshadow palettes. We have a couple of their blushes, their highlights and stuff, so that's going to be really fun. But I did want to test out the foundation, and honestly I'm really liking it so far. I'm going to throw on a couple of cream products, starting off with the Ebon Contour and Glow Stick. For cream blush, we do have a new product. This is the Winky Lux cream blush. This is their Cheeky Rose blush, and how stunning is this? I've been wanting this for a long time, and it so happened that at my local Target they were on sale for like $6, and this happened to be the last one, which I was so happy about. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one. Here's a close-up look at this packaging. How stunning. This one here is in the shade Dodgy. I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush, and it is quite pigmented, and just throw it on the cheeks. That is that product on the cheeks. Honestly, for the way that it's packaged, I didn't think it would be as pigmented as it is, but it honestly went on really easily. Also, the packaging is so adorable. I love everything about this. It's so nice. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and take some cream highlight, and this is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo. I'm gonna go ahead and take some right here. Next, I'm throwing on some of the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and this is definitely a fave of mine as of lately. It's a really nice high coverage concealer. I'm taking my Wet n Wild Contour Palette. I went ahead and set the entire face using the Metamorphosis Loose Powder in 02. Taking my Princess Bronzer from Wet n Wild. I'm just gonna sculpt the face a bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the Barbie Blush Palette, also from TJMAXX. And this one did retail for $9.99. And that is the back of the packaging. How cute is this? So there's a look at the packaging, same as the eyeshadow palette. And these are the blushes we're gonna be working with today. These are so stunning. Also really interesting like pan placement, but I like this one a little more than the eyeshadow palette. I'm gonna go ahead and stick with these two shades here. Oh, they're really pigmented. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that on. These brushes are from Metamorphosis, also from their Lily Croaks collection. I believe they're still available on their site. Moving on to highlight, this is another one from the line of the PUR and Barbie collection, except I did purchase this one at Marshall's. It did retail for $5.99, and that's a look at how the product's gonna look. The packaging again is similar to the eyeshadow palette and the blush palette, and this one is in the shade Confident Glow. And there's a close-up look at this product. Really nice. It does come, as you can see, with two shades. One in the middle, which is more rose gold, and the other one is more of a traditional gold shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this on the face. Also comes with the mirror. I'm just gonna mix the two. Oh my gosh, all of these products are really pigmented, so be careful how much you pick up. Now this highlight does smell like the first round of the Barbie collection, the eyeshadow palette. It smells like vanilla. I went ahead and lined the lips using my Ebony New York 24-hour lip liner in the shade brown. Next, I'm taking another new product from BeBella. This is their lipstick. It's their matte lipstick in the shade Here to Stay. This has just the most stunning packaging ever. How adorable is this? It definitely gave me vibes of the Barbie collection, so I needed to use this for today's video. So pretty, and I did purchase this at my local Q Bargain. So this does just slide up, and that's the product there. Oh, it's a little dry. Definitely a matte lipstick. Next, we're going in with our last PUR and Barbie product, and this is a lip gloss. And this one I did purchase at Marshall's for $3.99. So there's a look at this shade. This is in the shade Girl Boss. Also opens really interesting. You click the little circle and it opens. And this smells so good. It smells like vanilla, and even like the doe foot applicator is really interesting. So that wasn't the last product. The last product is the setting spray, and this is also from the PUR and Barbie set, and this is their Lit Mist. Let's look at how the product's gonna look on the inside, and I did purchase this at TJMAXX for $7.99. And let's look at this product. Now it does look like a perfume bottle, but it is a setting mist. And as you can see, it does have like little shimmers on the inside, and it's a really beautiful packaging. I'm just gonna throw some on the face. Okay, and I always have to double check, but it does say it's a signature illuminating setting spray for the face. So alright, so this is the final look. Let me know down below what was your favorite product from today's video. I say I really enjoyed everything. I felt like the eyeshadow palette worked rather well. The foundation looks nice on the face. The only weird kind of products that I feel like I'm not gonna reach for often are definitely the setting spray. I really like the lipstick, like how it ended up looking, but it's a really dry formula. It's almost like you kind of have to pull and tug on your lips to get pigment on them. Everything else worked nice. The highlight was beautiful, the blush was beautiful. Everything we used today was really nice. Let me know if you own any of it down below. What you think about TJMAXX and Marshall's makeup. Do you guys purchase your makeup from there? And we made it to the end. So we made it to the end. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed filming this for you today. Everything that we talked about on the names of the prices are going to be down below, as well as any videos that I mentioned throughout this video or videos that I uploaded last week. Don't forget I upload 3 times a week on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, so if you could stick around, that would be amazing. I have my Insta handle displayed on the screen. I post a lot of makeup finds from drugstore to high end, so if that interests you, go ahead and follow me there. It'd be so amazing if you could like and subscribe. Of course, you don't have to. You're your own person, you make your decisions, but it wouldn't hurt to give this video a like, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.